Hello and welcome to another episode of Auto Repairs. Today I'll be working on this 2007 GMC Yukon Denali with the 6.2 liter. I'll be replacing the throttle body in it. Alright, first things first, pop your hood. Gonna have to take off most of the air hose here and this cover right here. Now, it's a bit tricky to get this air tube off, but once you loosen up your clamp here and your clamp here, make sure you loosen that enough. There's this hose on the side of it. You just pull it off the tube at the other end. It's a bit of a reach. And then this is down on a stay, so you got to use like a pry bar. And be very careful where you pry, but you need to get this up and then it just slides out. So to get this cover off is going to be something else. And you see back there, there's two prongs where it can pull up and out of, but it's hitting the cowl there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use a screwdriver here, and I'm going to use it to prop it up somehow so I can get to this more clearly. Here's the throttle body here. We'll be taking that off next. All right, now we're at the side of the throttle body now. We got to work on this connector here. I know my hand's in the way, but the push button on the connector, it's like a lock. And then you can push in on the trigger and then it'll come out here, so you can get a better look at that. Come here, you see that gray piece there? I'll push it in. Now it's locked in. There's a little tab right here. You just push in on that tab while pulling up on the gray piece and that'll come up. So next we need to take off the 4 nuts, or the 2 nuts and the 2 bolts. Make sure they don't fall out so I can grab them all by hand. And our throttle body is loose. Grab these first so they don't fall. Put those in a safe place so you don't lose them. You need them again. Okay, now you have your throttle body totally disconnected. Nothing should come out, like any liquid or anything, because it's a dry intake system. There we go, on the throttle body. Make sure that the O-ring is good here that goes around the opening. No cracks, no splits, no rubber decomposition. Everything looks good. All right, time to go on with our new throttle body. Here's our new throttle body. Alright, line up the holes. There we go. Now get your 2 nuts back up on top. There we go. Then your 2 bolts down on bottom. Bolt. There we go. Get that tightened down to its torque spec, and then start plugging stuff back in. Be sure to plug in your electrical. Once you get that pushed in, it'll make a snap, and then push in that little gray clip too. Alright, now if you cheated like me and put a screwdriver up in there underneath the beauty cover, the engine cover, great. Now you have that big opening that you can put this air tube back in without a problem. Haha, without a problem. Without a problem. Yeah, alright. Alright. I think I got everything about where it needs to go. I'm just going to press everything down and get the clamps tight on this hose. Take my cheater screwdriver out of there and secure the engine cover. Once you get the engine cover down and the air tube installed, there's just a few more accessories that you need to keep in mind, like this little hose that goes on the upper radiator hose if you took that loose to get to this other deal here that connects the hose to the air tube. And then that last little bit here that comes off the air tube needs to get reconnected onto that tube way down in there. All right, inside the vehicle now. Just turned on the key here in the dash. I'm gonna see what our codes are, clear our codes, and see if they come back. No communication. Nah, there's communication. Don't do this to me. Throttle pedal position sensor switch. All right. Let's go ahead and clear that because we just replaced our throttle position throttle everything, the entire throttle body. There shouldn't be a problem there anymore. So this is obviously a code that's left over from before I did the repair. Could not clear. Yeah, you can. Okay, there we go. Silly machine. Alright, let's check again. Do we have a code? No, we don't have a code. Not a hard code. Let's see if we have a one-trip code. Nope, don't have a one-trip code. Permanent code. Why not? We're here. We don't have a code there. I know that this vehicle was setting the check engine light every time the key came on. Now it's time for a test drive.